Africans are loving people. Africans are deeply forgiving people. And I think that when you look at the Constitution, according to Section 175, the president has that discretionary sweeping power to grant that pardon, which is called the prerogative of mercy.
The story of the presidential pardon granted to Mariam Sanda by President Bola Tinubu has generated mixed reactions from people across Nigeria. While a few people welcomed the development, many others, including the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, have condemned the action of the president. Atiku says presidential pardon undermines justice and emboldens criminality.
Right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. Reactions continue to trail the recent clemency granted by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to 175 inmates, including Mariam Sanda, who was convicted of murdering her husband. In a statement released on Monday, Bello Mohammed, speaking on behalf of the deceased family, forcefully condemned the pardon. Mohammed stated that the release of Mariam Sanda reopened healing wounds for the family. He further described the clemency as the worst possible injustice any family could be made to go through for a loved one. Meanwhile, Ahmed Issa Bello, father of the late Biliaminu Bello, in a joint press statement with Mariam Sanda's father, said he had been seeking clemency for Mariam Sanda years before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu granted her presidential pardon. Bello disclosed he wrote to Abubakar Malami, former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, in 2019 to request mercy for Sanda on humanitarian grounds. He added that he bore no grudges against Sanda, her family, or the federal government, stressing that forgiveness was the only way to heal from the tragedy.
I'm happy as the federal government has released Mariam in order to come and look after her two children, which God gave them between late Bilia and Maria. So, to me, I don't have any grudges with the federal government or the family of Mariam Sanda and any other relatives. Fully, I appreciate the effort of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this issue. I need not to say much. Me, as a Muslim, I already told you people as a press crew that we accept the God of will. I am happy as the federal government has released Mariam in order to come and look after her two children, which God gave them between late Bilia and Maria.
All right. Well, we have letters, as you can see on the wall, written by Bello to the High Court in Abuja and the Commissioner of Police back in 2019, as well as the Attorney General of the Federation requesting for Mariam's release, saying that he wants Mariam to raise her children. Mariam was pregnant at the time of her incarceration. Rufai, this story has gone viral. And I'll take some reactions. This is from Abib, who wrote, "Justice and mercy must always walk hand in hand. If she's truly reformed and her children can now have their mother back, then let's hope this second chance brings healing and not controversy." Another ex-user wrote, "The justice system in Nigeria isn't fair. To be honest, I'm not even surprised a country that grants amnesty to terrorists can also pardon a convicted killer. The family of Biliaminu Bello has every right to call this the worst injustice ever." And I'll take some more reactions. And, Atiku Abubakar had posted this with his tweet. He wrote, "Presidential pardon, offense committed October 2025. 1. Drugs at 29.2%. 2. Unlawful mining at 24.0%. Homicide, 13.5%. 4. Fraud, corruption at 12.3%. 5. Hijacking at 5.8%. Firearms at 2.3%. Robbery, theft at 2.3%. 8. Kidnapping at 1.8%. Human trafficking at 1.8%. Others at 5.8%. And if I can read some of Atiku's tweet again, he wrote, Tinubu's reckless use of presidential pardon undermines justice and emboldens criminality at a time when Nigeria continues to reel under the weight of insecurity, moral decay, and a surge in drug-related offenses. It is both shocking and indefensible that the presidency would prioritize clemency for those whose actions have directly undermined national stability and social order. Particularly worrisome is the revelation that 29.2% of those pardoned were convicted for drug-related crimes at a time when our youth are being destroyed by narcotics and our nation is still struggling to cleanse its image from the global stain of drug offenses. Presidential pardon is meant to symbolize restitution and moral reform. Instead, what we have witnessed is a mockery of the criminal justice system, an affront to victims, a demoralization of law enforcement, and a grave injury to the conscience of the nation. Rufai, your thoughts?
Oji, see, everything that this government, when they were in opposition, people like President Tinubu and his cohorts mocked Jonathan for, they have done in return. But the hypocrisy is that those that mocked Jonathan then, they can't talk today. They've brought out the tweets of Mr. Festus Keyamo about the pardon of Alamesia. They've just brought out the messages of Professor Wole Soyinka condemning the pardon of Alamesia, calling it immoral. Let the joke continue. But Oji, let me read you an excerpt from people that were instrumental to raising the man that died. Because Dr. Bello Aliru Muhammad OFR was instrumental to raising him. I don't want to go into their family conundrum. But hear what Dr. Bello said. He said that the alleged grounds for Miriam Sanders' release was predicated on appeals from her family, among other considerations. It's pertinent to stress that Biliamu was also a cherished family member who was profoundly loved and deeply mourned by the teaming relations, friends, close associates following the unfortunate incident that resulted in the gruesome murder 8 years ago. Miriam, let's not forget, had earlier on denied the same children now used to elicit sympathy and secure her release. The opportunity to know what a father's love and care means. All I just want to ask is, for those that are now coming out, granting press conference, because you can see that a pardon now has now become a political issue. And that's to show you that the pardon should never have been done. A pardon that leaves other parties hurt. Were other parts of the family consulted before this pardon? So it shows that it should not have been done. But I want to ask them today, if the tables were turned, that it was the lady that is being pardoned today that was killed, will her family support the pardon? Because you see, it's so easy. Yorubas have a saying, Entoba kuniti egbe, is because the man is dead now. He's not here to tell his story.
Right.
Let's be careful.
Well, you see,
President Tinubu should stop wasting, or can I use the word, gifting out pardons like they are selling recharge card.
These are the things.
And it's very sad how political this pardon has become. We've not even scratched the surface on the likes of the pardon of Peru.
Did you read Mahmoud Jega's press release talking about whether or not the father was there?
And that's why I said the people that raised, I don't want to go into their family conundrum. A biological father is a biological father. But the people that raised the deceased are the ones that wrote this, and they took a center page in this day. I think we should have also put their own write-up there up too. Because it's so easy now, after a child has been killed, then they say they are writing letters to pardon, to leave it like this.
All right.
A country that does not uphold justice, life will not be better for the citizens. Nigeria has just happened again.
Nigeria has happened again, it appears. But the father has come out to say that, he's forgiving Miriam and he wants Miriam to raise the children. Miriam had a baby in prison, a boy. Now she has a boy and a girl. Well, this is really, I believe, still a really sad tale at the end of the day.
You have listened to the story, right? Do you think the president was right for pardoning Mariam Sanda? Let me know what your opinion is regarding this in the comment section. Like and subscribe to this channel for more interesting and engaging news stories.